Welcome to my home food channel. My name is Maria and today's recipe is divine dessert that is popular in Poland. This dessert will look like one big profiterole with incredibly delicious custard that reminds me a bit of melted ice cream. But before we begin, please like and subscribe to my channel and press bell icon to get a new video updates. Please get acquainted with the ingredients that we need to make a cake. All ingredients you can find below the video or while watching it. The cooking process is easy, however, it still requires accurate proportions and all my advices must be taken to your consideration. First step, I take a small saucepan, most preferable with a thick bottom, and pour there 100 ml of milk and water. The temperature is not essential here. Then we put 80 grams of butter. It is best to take soft so that it melts faster, and pinch of salt and bring it to the boil. Please remember to stir it consistently in order milk does not burn on the bottom. Stirring the mixture, add into the pan 150 grams of sieved flour all-purpose. Remember that mixture is still continue to be under the medium heat. While kneading, we should obtain a thick and dense lump of the dough. Please continue to keep it on the heat below average and wait until a thick crust of the dry dough forms at the bottom of the pan. The dough brewing process is completed. Now you have got your bowl of pastry. It's time to take a break and leave it to cool down. You have to cool it down before you adding the eggs, otherwise run the risk of cooking them prematurely. Now, when the eggs have been added, it's time to bake a choux pastry. The choux pastry is placed on the trays in either balls or longer slivers, depending on your final preferred shape. Once dough poured on the tray, don't smooth it out if you want the top of the cake to look like rugged mountain. Slide pastry into the preheated oven over 200 Celsius for 10-15 minutes. When the baking time will over, I suggest don't take choux pastry right away from the oven, because most likely that all crusts and bumps that we created on the top of the cake will fall down and the cake surface became flat. To avoid this, please turn off the heating and let it stay there for additional 10-15 minutes. The temperature will help to evaporate all moisture. This will prolong pastry shape and it will be fabulously crispy. In a large pot, pour milk and bring it to the boil. In a separate bowl, mix eggs with the sugar, cornstarch, and vanilla. Whisk everything until combined. Do not mix the sugar, eggs, and cornstarch too far in advance, no more than 2-3 minutes. Do it when the milk is starting to boil and you are ready to add them to it. Mix hot milk with the eggs by stirring it constantly. Then place the mixture to the medium heat and continue to whisk until thickness. Also, I suggest to add a small spoon of gelatin dissolved in 2 spoons of cold water. If your cream will not get a necessary thickness, gelatin will help to preserve shape of your cake. Add it to the cream while it is still hot and whisk until it dissolves. Cover by plastic wrap and place to cool down. Upon this, add a butter. The first choux pastry is done. The baking time took 25 minutes, particularly 10 minutes for baking. Then I decreased heat to 120 Celsius and kept there additional 15 minutes. That helped me to save marvelous shape of the pastry. Now it's the time to make a second pastry. This one I will place on the top. Thus, I decided to decorate it with the chopped walnuts. Also, I advise you to place a baking paper on the choux pastry once you will decrease or turn off the heating. In this way, the pastry will not burn but get dry properly. Just take a look how delicious it is. I believe that my cake Mont-Blanc will look like one big profiterole. To complete cooking process of our cake, we need to take chilled cream, add there 200 grams of not salted butter. Mix until smooth and creamy mixture and then spill it on the pastry. Then take a second one and carefully cover it up by slightly pressing on it. Once everything is completed, place cake Mont-Blanc into the fridge. And then after 1-2 hours you can enjoy divine taste. I hope you like this recipe. I give you all possible advices that can help you to make this cake without any problems. If you enjoyed this video, press like and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching me.